All right, Simon, you are on with Nick from Empire the Sun.
Hi, Nick. How's it going?
Very well, Simon. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling in today. We appreciate it.
Oh, anytime.
It's great when you have people that do the calling for you. That's how you know you've made it. No, so I just wanted to get you on the line today. I wanted to talk a little bit about your brand spanking new single, Walking on a Dream. I'm saying that with a little sarcasm.
Yes, well, it's a very interesting story in that we wrote that song about 9 years ago. We came out about 8 years ago, and we've been promoting it ever since, and finally we've made it to the radio, which is it's very exciting.
It appeared in a Honda commercial. Was that the Super Bowl?
It actually wasn't on the Super Bowl. It was on the playoffs, and I think that's where it got a crazy amount of Shazams, and it's just had this sort of meteoric rise from there onwards.
Who makes those decisions in the band when it comes down to licensing that stuff? Is that something that you and Luke decide on together?
Well, we're pretty cool with most people. I mean, if there's some kind of crazy brands that maybe, are involved in the fur trade or, deep-sea mining or something like that, we'll probably say no. But for us, and I think this is the same for most people in bands, they really want to be the biggest and get their message out there to as many people as possible. And when it comes to Empire of the Sun, we really want to put out a positive message. We make very sure and very certain that everything we put out there lyrically and musically is something that brings people out of their everyday into an elated or, an ecstasy-like feeling,
Yeah, that's a good vibe for sure. What's going on with you guys right now? Are you working on new material? Your last album was Ice on the Dune. That was June of 2013. What are you guys working on right now?
We're just finishing the new album. I'm just in Hollywood in Los Angeles, and we're working around the corner at Jim Henson's studio for the next 10 days. We've been writing it for about 18 months or so, on and off between touring and other projects, but it feels like it's really coming together. We've written a couple of songs with Lindsey Buckingham of Fleetwood Mac, which is obviously a pretty big hero moment for us.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, so I think Lindsey's going to come back in, and we're going to write one more song with him for the record. But it's basically done. I think we're coming out with a single in June, and the album, I believe, is in September. That's
great news to hear. And what a great way to set up the new project than with blowing the doors wide open with Walking on a Dream. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's crazy. This doesn't happen, I mean, I feel like I've been blessed most of my musical career. I've been very lucky with things. Timing is such a huge part of anything, I think, involved in entertainment or the arts. When we first came out back in 2008, MGMT had come out at the same time, and we were kind of lumped into there together, which was incredibly fortuitous for us. There's such a great band and so many great melodies, and I feel like we're getting a second chance or a second life now, 8 years in the future, to bring our music out to an even wider audience. We always dreamed that America would take us on, and we would be able to live here and work here and be on the radio here, and it's actually happening. It's amazing. I would say to anyone out there, if they have a dream, just hold on to that. It can all happen for you,
Were you at Mysteryland last year? Do you recall?
I believe so. I don't do the touring, so it's hard for me to say.
Okay.
I'm more stay indoors and do the composing. But
so then Luke fronts the live band then? He
does the live show, yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool dynamic. I didn't realize that. I did a little bit of homework, but not enough, apparently.
It's so good. Where's Newburgh?
Newburgh is right near where I am right now. That is in the Hudson Valley.
In the Hudson Valley. How beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great area. It's we're really blessed, and Mysteryland is within our listening area. So
right on.
It's where Woodstock happened. So
wonderful. We were my wife and I. She's from New York, and we were gonna move up to Hudson.
Oh, great.
And then she went up on a cold day and said, "We're not moving to Hudson." I went, "Ah." She went out without me, and I was like, "Oh no."
Well, you know what? It's a beautiful town. Actually, Melissa Oftemauer lives up there, formerly of Hole and the Smashing Pumpkins.
Right on.
And she runs an eclectic museum and performance space up there, and There's just a really...
Is that the one in Hudson or the one in Newburgh?
It's the one in Hudson is...
Yeah, right, because Patti Smith played there and all that stuff, right? Near the train station.
Basilica Hudson, yeah, that's the spot.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love upstate New York. It's one of my favorite places in the world. I love watching the seasons change up there.
Well, on behalf of the Hudson Valley, I hope that your wife reconsiders the move, and we would welcome you here with open arms.
Yeah, no, that'd be so great.
So let me know. I'll take you on a tour.
We're soon to do some recording up there in Woodstock. So
oh, cool! Oh, awesome! That's a great vibe up there too.
Yeah, right on. I've got a new project called Two Leaves, and we're going to make a psychedelic Christmas album.
Nice
up there, which should be fun.
That's cool. There's not enough psychedelia around the holidays.
I don't think there is, right? And yet everything around the holidays is based on Amanita muscaria, the famous red and white mushroom, which is, of course, Santa Claus, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting that there isn't enough psychedelia around the holidays, and yet the holidays are completely created from reindeer and mushrooms and psychedelic experiences.
Appreciate you calling in today. We've got Nick Littlemore of Empire of the Sun, and we're excited to hear what you guys come up with the new material this summer.
Wonderful.
All the best to you, my friend. Take care.
All right. Cheers.